You check your bank account and just stare at it. Not because you're excited, because something feels off. The number is lower than it should be, and instantly your brain starts replaying the last few days. What did I buy? Did I miss something? Did I spend more than I thought? And the strange part is, the more you think about it, the less it makes sense. Because you were careful. No big purchases, nothing reckless, just normal, everyday spending. So why does it feel like your money disappeared? That quiet moment where your stomach drops just a little happens to a lot of people, but almost nobody talks about it, because it feels like you should know, like you should have full control over your own money. But here's the part most people don't realize. Sometimes your balance looks wrong, not because you did something wrong, but because of how it shows up. You check your account, it says $120, and you pause, because payday is still 3 days away, and in your head, that number doesn't match your memory. You don't remember spending that much. So where did it go? Here's what I started noticing. It's never one big purchase. It's always small things. A coffee, a meal, a quick order, something you barely thought about in the moment. Individually, they don't feel like much, but they don't always hit your account when you expect them to. Some charges show up instantly. Others take a day, sometimes 2, and sometimes a few of them hit all at once. That's when things start to feel strange, because your balance doesn't drop gradually. It drops suddenly, and that sudden drop is what creates the confusion. Let me give you a simple example. Monday morning, you grab a coffee. Quick tap, done. Nothing happens in your account yet. That evening, you order food. That one hits instantly. You see it right away. So in your mind, Monday is clear. You know what you spent. Tuesday goes by, maybe another small purchase, maybe nothing. Then Wednesday morning, you open your banking app, and suddenly your balance looks lower than expected. The coffee from Monday just cleared. Maybe something else did too. Now it looks like everything happened at once. But it didn't. Your spending was normal. The timing just wasn't. And that mismatch between what you remember and what your bank shows is where the confusion comes from. Your brain doesn't track transactions the way your bank does. It tracks experiences. You remember moments. You remember thinking, it's just a coffee, or it's just lunch. So in your mind, the story is simple. You spent a little here and there, nothing major, but your bank isn't tracking your story. It's tracking when things actually process. And sometimes those timelines don't line up. A few small purchases from different days can suddenly appear together. And in that moment, it feels like you spent a lot all at once, even though you didn't. That gap between your memory and the bank's timing is what creates that uneasy feeling. It's not that your money disappeared, it's that it showed up all at once. And once you see that, something shifts. Because most people, when their balance drops unexpectedly, go straight to panic. Where did it go? Did I forget something? Did something go wrong? But there's a better question to ask. Instead of asking where, ask when. When did this actually happen? That one shift changes how you see everything, because now you're not reacting emotionally, you're understanding the pattern. You start to notice that the coffee from 2 days ago just cleared today, that a subscription renewed quietly in the background, that a few small things all landed at the same time. Nothing went wrong, the timing just caught you off guard. And honestly, once you understand this, your relationship with your bank account changes. You stop treating your balance like a final judgment and start seeing it for what it really is, a delayed snapshot. Because that's what it is. Your balance isn't always a real-time reflection of your spending. It's constantly catching up. Different merchants process payments differently. Banks update transactions at different speeds, and your account is always slightly behind your actual life. That doesn't mean ignore your spending. It just means don't panic too quickly. Give yourself a second. Look at the timing before assuming the worst. Because most of the time, when your balance feels off, it's not a disaster. It's just delayed information. And there's something else worth thinking about here. This delayed processing isn't random. It's actually just how the banking system was built. When you tap your card at a store, the merchant sends a request, the bank puts a hold, and then the actual charge processes separately, sometimes hours later, sometimes a full day or two. Most people have no idea that gap even exists. They assume it's instant both ways, but it's not. And when you don't know that, every unexpected drop feels personal, like you lost track, like you failed somehow. But you didn't. You just weren't taught how the system actually works. And the more you think about it, most of our stress around money isn't really about money. It's about uncertainty. Seeing a number that doesn't match what you expected and not knowing why. That's what triggers the anxiety, not the amount. Because if the timing made sense to you, that stomach drop feeling probably wouldn't even happen. Understanding why changes everything. It puts you back in control, even when nothing about your spending has changed. And there's something else interesting about this. It's not just about money, it's about perception. The way your brain experiences time and events. You feel broke when things hit all at once, and you feel fine when they're spread out, even if the total is exactly the same. That's how powerful timing is. Your balance at any moment is just a snapshot, and snapshots can be misleading. So the next time you open your banking app and that number makes your stomach drop, pause. Don't assume something went wrong. Don't jump to conclusions. Just look a little closer. Check what cleared, what's pending, and what's still on its way. Most of the time, you'll find it, not because something went wrong, but because it just showed up late. Your money didn't disappear, it just didn't follow your schedule. If this has ever happened to you, drop a comment. What made your balance feel off? A delayed charge? A subscription? Something random? Let me know. I will see you soon, guys.